everyone, welcome back to WHU TV. It's nice to see you. I hope you're keeping well and had a good New Year's. This is the preview of West Ham's 10th away game of the 24-25 Premier League season, where we travel northwest to Manchester to take on Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium this Saturday afternoon for our 3 o'clock kickoff, and as such, guys, it's not on any UK TV channel. As always, this video is sponsored by the channel sponsor, 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website, where you can purchase some really nice retro gear, along with track jackets, polo shirts, sweatshirts and t-shirts made by Admiral and Umbro, and as you can see, there's some retro City gear in there as well. And any purchases you make through the link in the description below, the commission that the channel would normally be getting, as I always say, I'll be sending on to the charity Iron Supporting Food Banks. They're based in the Newham area, and they're helping those in the Newham area and the Essex County and further afield for that matter, as they're currently supporting over 70, probably not close to if over 80 separate food banks by the start of this new year. So guys, go grab yourself a really nice retro shirt. You'll be saving yourself a few quid in comparison to respective club shop if there's any City fans watching, and you'll be helping those that are less fortunate than you and I. But if you want to make a donation directly to the charity and you don't want to make an affiliate link purchase, that's perfectly fine. There is their Just Given Fund link in the description below. So £1, £2, £5, whatever you can afford, guys. Believe me, every single penny helps. So, as always, there's going to be timestamps in the description below. So, by all means, please do jump around to the relevant section that you want to listen to. But ideally, I'd like you to stay around as much as possible. And, of course, everything is accurate at the time of this recording. So, please do like, share, and subscribe. So, let's start off by talking about the rest of the video, where we start off by talking about the officials. The referee for this game is Michael Salisbury. His assistants are Eddie Smart and Eric Eaton. The fourth official is Ollie Langford. On VAR we have Graham Scott, and his assistant is Scott Ledger. So again, another little bit of mixed bag. Now, as you will be aware from the many heartaches we've had over the years, our last 6 away trips to Man City shows we've lost all 6 games, scoring 3 and conceding 13. Now, Manchester City are, at the time of this recording, 6th in the Premier League table after 19 games, winning 9, drawing 4, losing 6, scoring 32 and conceding 26 goals. So on the plus 6 goal difference on 31 points, 8 points ahead of us. Now, on the Footy Stats home Premier League table, they are 7th with 5 wins, 2 draws and 2 losses, scoring 17 and conceding 13 on a plus 4 goal difference. And of their last 5 home games, they've won 2, drawn 1 and lost 2. Now, of course, as we know, they beat Leicester recently, so I'm glad we're not the team that's going to break their losing streak duck. But as we know, Manchester City's style of play is very strong at creating chances through individual skill and defending set pieces. They are strong at coming back from losing positions, creating long shot opportunities and attacking set pieces, but they are weak this season at defending against counter-attacks, attacks down the wings, through ball attacks, and they are very weak at aerial duels. Now, a lot of those things are our strengths. So I do think we can get something out of Man City. I'm not saying we're going to get all 3 points in any shape or form, but I always say if we go at them, as those weaknesses prove, they will crumble. They do. That's one of the reasons why they're not in the top 4 at the moment, or not are just about edging themselves back into the top 6. That they have a lot of weaknesses we can expose, and we've mentioned it there. And as long as everybody steps up, which is kind of unlikely at the same point because we know what's been happening, but if the players do step up, then we've got a good chance of getting something. We really, really do. It'd be nice to get a point up there for the first time in seven trips. You know what I mean? Now, players to look out for, obviously the highest goal scorer, even with his goal drought recently, is Erling Haaland with 7 goals and 1 assist. Doku and De Bruyne are both behind him with 2 goals and 2 assists each. Silva is on 2 goals and 1 assist, and Kovacic is on 2 goals. Now, Ake is their highest aerial duel winner with an average of 2 aerial duels per game, with Haaland at 1.7, Diaz at 1.6, and Akanji at 1.4 aerial duels won per game. Now, I know he's probably not going to be watching, but thank you to Gabbo Liverpool, who recommended the stat zone for up-to-date details. But unfortunately, as like all the other websites, they're not updated in time for these videos, unfortunately, because the majority of the websites you guys will see suspensions and injuries and match previews and all the rest of it. They do it a day before the kickoff. These videos are recorded and uploaded at least 2 days in advance. But looking at the time, looking at Manchester City injuries at the time of this recording, Rodri is expected to return at the start of next season from his ankle surgery that he had earlier in the year, or later in last year, I should say now. Bob is out until beginning of February with a calf injury. Yeah, I've never heard of him either. Diaz could return for their FA Cup game against Salford City next week, but is unlikely to return for this game, but you never know. Nunes and Moraes are currently being assessed and are currently 25% chance of returning, but John Stones' ankle injury is looking like it's unlikely for him to return to this fixture as well. But having said that, this is Manchester City. They could put out their third string team and they could still beat the crap out of us. So it's, there's nothing really no really real solace from those injuries, of course. But at the same point, we've got to be we're gonna just have to enjoy it because we're gonna lose. It's not now turning to West Ham. Now it's coming under quite apparent news now that J-Lo and Stieden are under huge pressure. There are rumours, and I mention rumours, that David Sullivan is to be taking over transfers. If that is true, Steiden's as good as sacked. If that is genuinely true, from reliable ITKs, midfield and strikers are top of the priority list in this month's window. Of course, making sales. If you haven't already done the video I talked about where I made recommendations on 3 strikers that I think they're not linked to us in any shape or form. No ITKs are saying we're monitoring them. It's just information I found from Transfer Market. If you haven't already done so, guys, go check out the video that's up here. But yeah, so it's good that because our midfield has been useless, absolutely useless this season. We've played everybody now, hence it being the 20th game. And, obviously we played played Liverpool twice, once in the league and once in the League Cup as well, for that matter. Now, it looks like Graham Potter is still waiting in the wings and all the media has been recorded from what I understand. But how long he's going to be waiting around for is another matter. Now, I've seen rumours, nothing concrete to say that people are of the opinion, so it's not fact, people's opinion, that Graham Potter has actually walked away because it's taken too long. Don't blame him if that would be the case, but we'll have to wait and see if from official channels, not so when I say official channels, I mean as in the knows that know what's going on, because at the start of this week it was confirmed that as I say, Graham Potter has done all the media stuff. They're just waiting for him to sign the contract, and you can only sign the contract once Lopetegui goes. So yeah, it's a bit of a waiting game, but it's just don't hold your breath, guys. Really, really don't. Now, if you haven't already checked out that striker video, I did say that Bowen is out with an ankle injury for at least the next 5 to 7 weeks. It was 6 to 8 weeks when it was announced originally, and it's been a week since then, ish. Antonio's been released from hospital after Christmas Day. Nothing, which is fantastic about that, but nothing to indicate, as we talked about beforehand, because he could be out for at least any time up to a year. There's nothing at the time of this recording about Fabianski's head injury, so he could still be out for this. And of course, he's going to miss the FA Cup game because Areola is the number 2 goalkeeper and number 1 for the FA Cup games, or any cup game for that matter. Souček and Rodriguez return after their 1-match suspensions, each from 5 yellows that they picked up over the start of the season. So yeah, it's got an interesting one. Now I made a couple of substitutions here, guys, obviously for obvious reasons. This is the starting 11 that I'd like to put out if I was in charge of West Ham. And of course, put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you're thinking on your starting 11. If J-Lo doesn't put anything close to this, he has to start Somerville and Kudus together because there's no Bowen. It has to happen. It really does. And if it doesn't, even bigger pressure and even bigger questions have to be asked of him. But this is the starting 11 that I would like to see.
Areola in goal, with a back 4 of Wan-Bissaka, Tobido, Kilman and Emerson. Alvarez in the hole, with Souček in front of him, supporting Kudus, Ings and Somerville, with Fulkrug up front.
So thank you very much for your time, guys. Over the last 4 weeks, just over half of you have been watching the channel that are not subscribed. 52.8% of you are not subscribed. So please, if you are enjoying the content, by all means, please do hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Make sure your notifications are set to on. Please do share this with anybody that you like it. Genuinely, the more likes these videos get, the more advertising it gets on YouTube, and therefore brings more people in, and more people will like it and comment, and therefore etc etc. So please, please, please do help me out with this. It will mean an absolute lot, and it really, really means a lot to me if you've got this far as well. But in the meantime, guys, have a great end to your week and the start to your weekend as well, for that matter. I know some of you probably still going to be recovering from New Year's Day, New Year's Eve drinks, of course, but taking today and tomorrow off work as well. But I hope you guys are looking after yourselves. Take care, and I'll see you very, very soon. All the best now.